All right, so here we are with none other than Mr. Big Hat, Tim himself of Slab Strong. You've never been one that has shown up non-visibly, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're so big, you know, we didn't bring it today, right?
Yeah, only because when I sit, it sits like right under
Got
my
it.
chin, and I can't really
Got it.
move,
That
but
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah. So if you ever see Tim walking around, he'll have his nice lanyard on with 9 Slab Strong cases
Right.
hanging off of his neck. It's very much the 9X of Logan Paul, right? Is that kind of...
So I actually tagged him in the first picture we took. He has not got a response. I think he's a little bit nervous.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see me in the boxing ring either. I don't know what's up with that.
You know, I'm not surprised either. So
Yeah.
he's got a lot of head he can aim for, though.
Yeah, I guess so with this hat involved. I see
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. So, hey, so first question I want to know, what do you think of Mint Collective so far? Give me some impressions.
So as you know, right, we see each other everywhere, right? This is a little like visually overwhelming, right? There's so many great vendors here. A lot of people I'm friends with. I mean, unbelievable spot. I mean, you walk in right from the casino, you start to see Mint Collective all the way. Almost, it feels like a mile away, right? But no, it's just about seeing the people, and awesome event. It's been so great.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely been a super unique one. So what is it about this weekend that you're most looking forward to? So here we are, it's Friday night. This is the semi-private event, right?
Yep.
Like, this is gold parallel and above, but what are you most looking forward to over the course of the weekend?
So I think for me, it's the same way I've built my company, right? So it's not only the protection of slabs, right? I color code them to make it fun. And that's why I've always looked at this hobby and the business relationship I built is this can be really fun, right? You know, someone buys a blaster box and they might pull all the Minnesota Timberwolves cards, right? And that's their collection. And maybe they didn't hit something big, but you can truly make this hobby a lot of fun, and it doesn't have to be about value. And
Sure.
That's why it's like looking around here, like everyone's selling cards, but there's so much cool people to meet and just building relationships. So that's what I'm here for. The sales of my product are going to be what they're going to be, but the business relationships I've built over time is why I'm doing this and why I've had so much fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. So we would love to hear, like, this is the part where I want to get into really the origin story of Slab Strong. So how did you come up with the concept? Where did it begin, or even your hobby begin into this?
Yeah, so I've always been, you know, so my earliest memories was probably opening a hobby box of 1990 hoops with my father. So I was 8 years old when that happened.
Sure.
But, you know, 10 years old, 1992, that's when I truly remember, like, going caddying and spending my own money on cards, like getting my bike and doing that. So my hobby comes from truly the love of the actual cards themselves. I'm a big NBA guy. I collect mostly basketball. So then once the pandemic hit, I lost my job, right? A restaurant manager, had a good job. I was fine. What ended up happening was I asked my fiance to marry me. She breaks her ankle 2 hours later. She loses her job. They don't give her unemployment because it's not COVID related. And that's when I decided I don't want to work for anybody anymore. I had the idea before that, right? But I made it with a Cricut. I just wanted to change the color of slabs. It truly wasn't till a desperation move, right? Where it's like, you know what? We see what happened this year. You can literally make your own destiny if you really put the work in. Obviously, you have to have a good idea. I mean, you have to have that too,
Sure.
right? But you can make so many moves. So yeah, she breaks her ankle. I literally look at her while she's sitting next to me on the couch for 3 months and said, I have an idea. I think it's going to work. I want to go for it. She said, go for it. And we've been rocking ever since.
Yeah, that's cool. So I know that you've gone I believe some transitional periods through your business too, right? Like you and I have obviously kept in touch for quite a while. So things were really small. I think you ended up picking up some investors. You ended up actually building multiple colors. I mean, you have a lot of product line that's going on now. So just walk us through how you've built that business from inception, from this, you know, these issues that happened to where you're at today.
Yeah. So I actually, when I met you, I literally had 13 total pieces, single pieces, and they were just black, but I wanted to prove the market. If you remember, like I probably threw it in front of you. I probably gave you one. I always knew the color part of it I wanted. I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't know if people were going to care, right? The only way to find out is to put yourself out there, right?
Sure.
And so the progression from, okay, the black is selling. I had people say, the color might take away from the card, so I created a clear. The clear started selling. And then people, because of PSA has that massive amount of slabs that are actually on the market, it's like, how many colors can I come up with? And what can we really do? So that's when you stop playing around with, so my blue is actually PSA blue. My red is actually PSA red from their file. I talked to them, they gave me their file. But the color part of it is more so for, like we talked about, having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I have a rookie Jordan, maybe I want it with the blue one, maybe you want it with the red. Now it's the same card, but you have more pride. I don't know, maybe you want to show it off and it just looks better. But yeah, so the colors has always been a part of this plan. And now I think I'm up to 8 base colors, 5 more are coming. I have the customs coming. I have 3 more brands, Beckett, HGA, and SGC. So just going to keep building. Now with those brands, I usually start off slow, right? Bring out the black and the clear, make sure the customers even want it, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then you can start getting the vibes where people are like, hey, can you make a red one? Can you make a blue one? And that, you check it off in your head like, okay, this is the colors that you want. So the color part of it has literally just been, it's a lot of fun, man. Like if the camera can see it from there, man, it's just fun, right? I personally think they make it pop better.
Yeah.
And
so this clear is on a Beckett. So I just want to hold these up. So these two are both PSA.
Right.
And, and they look great inside of these holders. And then you also have, so obviously Beckett's a different size. So,
right.
And this is the clear on the Beckett. So yeah, they look very cool.
Yeah. And the thing about, as you know, right? So starting a small business, it's not like I can go, hey, give me all the molds I need for every grading company. It just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Right? You have to build and you have to slow build and learn your customer base, learn which grading companies you need to make for. And that's been exciting as well, right? Because like, look, right, I'm talking to you right now. This proves it. So everyone watching out there, this proves it. Like, you work hard. He mentioned it before. We've stayed in contact. You've been a big supporter. That's where, like, the motivation comes from me, right?
Yeah.
It's guys like you saying, Tim, you know what? You got a good product. Come on my podcast. Like, this is more motivation for me.
Well, I always had to make sure that you were going to be able to make one of these for DCI slabs that are coming out. So that's, I had to keep you close.
I've heard all about it, and I've actually, not that I have inside information, but I've known for a few weeks that you guys are up to something. And all I know is that I know it's going to be killer because you guys already are, you do it the right way, right? You guys are grading properly. Yep. You guys clearly have built your own, fan base or community family.
For sure.
And I can't wait for you guys to come out with slabs because I think that you guys have that reputation already to where no one's going to question them, right?
We appreciate that. So what is, just as we're talking about card grading, just card grading in general, do you grade cards, and what is just your impression of card grading? Is it worth it, not worth it? Like, where are you at?
Yeah, so I personally, I don't necessarily, it's weird to say, right? Because my product is made. So I still have my collection from the 90s, man. Like, I still have them in top loaders. I have actually started to now go, you know what? I want to take my collection, get it graded myself rather than buy it on eBay or whatever platform you use. Because now, when I put my case on it, this is like, I pulled this card when I was 10 years old. I'm almost 40 now. I created a product for something that I didn't even know was going to happen, right? So, yeah, man, I'm big into raw cards, big into raw card reviews, right? Because then you can still have fun with it. You can go, okay,
for sure.
I know, like, this guy's a... So, yeah, no, I'm big into raw cards. The grading for me is just, I don't sell much, man. So I don't really look at the value of things. Yeah. But they make it look good, right? They got
for sure. Yeah. I mean, it makes it pop, right? Like when it's in that case. So, from your impression, though, what do you think card grading companies might do well? Is there something that you think like, hey, man, I think that those companies do a really good job of this?
Yeah, so I like the guys like yourselves that are transparent, right? That you can sit down to, like, you're available, right? You can come to the shows. We're here now. You can come to the shows and meet you and ask these questions. I think the grading companies have a very unique ability to push the hobby even further by like we have here today, right? Well, all the grading companies will be on a panel. And I believe you're hosting it. Right?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
That's probably the coolest thing to me, that all these guys are going to be on stage because competition is healthy.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I think the grading companies can do are, number one, grade properly, right? But number two, competition's healthy. So these guys can keep building and building, and who knows? They're gonna acquire other ones that are gonna let that person live their dream like I'm living now. So yeah, I just look at the grading companies. I love transparency, honesty, and as long as that keeps happening, this hobby will keep growing.
For sure.
Especially like the graded stuff. It's gonna keep growing.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So actually, that's funny because it like leads into the next question. So really, what do you see from the next 2 to 5 years in the market, in the hobby in general? Do you see this continuing upswing? Like, where does Tim sit on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm getting married. I'll put it this way. I'm getting married this year. I took a leap. I don't want to work for anyone ever again. I'd like to work for myself. I wouldn't have done this and put my I don't have any kids yet, but my fiance and my potential family, if I didn't truly believe that the hobby is going to, not only, it's not going to plateau, it's going to keep growing, right? And we're in a good space right now.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt in the next 3 to 5 years, once we figure out the Fanatics deal, right? And once we figure out all these companies, that the hobby is going to continue to grow. I would not have done this. I probably would have made these for myself and just, 3D printed them and just,
can't call that a day.
No, but I took the leap because I truly believe that this hobby is on a massive growth, and I don't see it slowing down.
Yeah. I think the Fanatics deal is going to be interesting to see how that makes a transition over the course of these next few years. And again, I agree with you that if they do it right, you're going to continue to see healthy growth. I don't know if we'll get the exponential growth that we had, a year and a half ago, but I don't think that was healthy either. For the market.
Because so for me, I got lucky, right? What I collect is not expensive. Right?
Sure.
I'm a big Providence College fan. We have a couple guys in every 10 years make the league, so I'm able to get my PC at a relatively low cost. I think that we're going to get back to where it's normal. We can go to Target, Walmart. Everybody out there can get their retail. I personally hope that more people, instead of Target, Walmart, go to the local LCS shop and really support those guys, because those are the guys that I grew up with, right? Like I don't remember ever going to Walmart. I don't remember it that way.
Yeah,
right?
That makes sense.
I used to go caddying, ride my bike, and go buy $4 96, 97 Flair showcase packs. Like, I hope it gets back to that in the sense that that more people can buy, but at the same time, it's market, right? So if the prices keep rising, it's good for everyone. We'll figure out a way. There's so many good hobby guys like you, me, all these guys, where we'll find a way to keep the kids involved. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, like, support small business, your local LCS shop. You guys out there are the reason why this hobby is going to keep growing.
Yeah, 100%.
We
There's
can't
no
do
question.
Without you. I don't have a product without
the fans and the collectors.
You guys out there. I don't have a product.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So, so now is kind of the last part. So we would love to hear, what's your Instagram? What are the handles? Where do they find you at?
Cool. Yeah. So if you can't tell, I like to have a good time. So I do have some business pages, right? I have the Facebook and I have the Instagram for Slab Strong, but Slab_Strong is my personal page where I promote. Slabstrong.com. You can go there. You can pick out the colors. My website's being upgraded right now, but you can still go to it, obviously. You can send me an email straight through my website. You can contact me. I'm very easy to get in touch with. If you have ideas about a color, I'm open to listen to it.
For sure.
But yeah, so slabstrong.com if you want to order something. If you have any questions about if you want to buy a 10-pack from me, but you don't want all black, you want 5 this, send me a message. We're going to make it happen.
Very cool.
Whatever you guys need.
Very cool. Any coupon codes or anything that you have for anybody, or no?
Yeah, so I have 2 at the moment. So I'm actually in the VIP bags here.
Okay,
so
sweet.
If you're out there for this next month, Mint 2022. Also, I worked really hard, right? But I got lucky and I got an investment from the sports card investor.
Yeah.
So 10% off if you go SCI. And yeah, I'm sure one day we'll have a DCI code. So,
oh, we will.
but
We will. Don't worry.
If
So
you're out there, yeah, man, come talk to me. Let's have some fun. Let's talk.
100%. So cool. This is Tim from Slab Strong, and we appreciate you coming on the show.
Bro,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you, everybody out there.